whatever works for you has to work for you, and you just got to ride with it. And we did that with Connor. We did that with Garcia when he was in play. We did that when we had Dylan. We've done that. And so obviously you've seen with Will's time, just trying to find that consistency is tough. And it's tough. Yeah. As a defensive guy, you're like, man, damn, just give me the dude in there. Let me get somebody to score a whole bunch of touchdowns. I can really sick my dogs after it. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's what Will's aching to do.
Yeah, I feel like it only starts with one, too. You get that one quarterback, and y'all can probably speak to this better than me, but, like, you get that one quarterback, them recruiting visits starts to become easier. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, you see what this kid, what my man that's there now is doing? You see what this kid's doing? So it's a lot easier to sit in the kid's living room or talk to them on the phone and say that you can have success here, too.
And I think that's what Clemson has done a phenomenal job, not just recruiting, and that's a great point what Sid made. Like, you know, how we run our franchise, and that's how we have to look at it. How we run our business, our franchise, our university is how we run it. We're going to do it this way. And we can be a successful Fortune 500 company doing it this way. How they're doing it is a whole different way. And their imprint of the Clemson paw and how they got the Ugaley kid and how they getting this, like they've really done a phenomenal job of not letting that momentum go away, like you said. Mm-hmm. So because the Trevor Lawrences of the world say, man, I want to go there, I want to win and live up to the standard of the Deshaun Watsons of the world, but I want to be better than him.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? Not in an egotistical way, but just like to continue to push the culture. And it's the same way I'm imagining with the next kid that's coming, because I've seen his tape and he looks.
Yeah, the kid from Connecticut, got the funny name, kind of African kid.
I thought he was from Cali. Ugaley, am I wrong?
You might be right. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah,
Ugaley or something, but like you know,
you might be right. Yeah,
quarterback.
Yeah, black kid. Right?
Quarterback. Yep. And then his little brothers was like kind of like Tua and his little brothers. So
they already got take over after Lawrence leaves. Then
man, they got it already queued up.
Right in there. You know.
Yep.
And so that's the other thing, right? When you watch Apple stock or Amazon stock, they might drop, but they don't stay down for long. They figure out ways to get back up. And it's the same way when you're looking at programs. They don't spend a long time trying to figure out and ruminate like, no, we got to get back to 9-10 wins. We got to get back to, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So, Seth, what was your best? What would you say your highlight of your career was at SC?
Man, probably one of the first games in 2000. Oh, first of all, probably winning the first game in 2000. We was in a 22-game losing streak. But probably those back-to-back Outback Bowl wins, man. Those were the highlights, man. We were underdogs in both games. Nobody gave. It's funny because we beat Ohio State back-to-back years, but first year we were heavy 14-point underdogs, came back and beat them. The next year we played them, we were underdogs again, and we beat them. And then the year after that, they ended up winning the national championship with Barrett, man. That was probably the highlight of overall my career, winning those Outback Bowls, going down to Tampa, man. But the best thing probably was the camaraderie and the relationships that I was able to build at the University of South Carolina. All the guys developed into a man. Obviously, heck, me and Lane, we grew up together, so we already knew each other. But able getting out there and meeting new guys, man, and establishing a relationship and still maintaining those relationships to this day, man, was probably one of the top things as far as just experience. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Experiences, man. But yeah, man, just winning those bowl games, man, was just unbelievable. Just times that we had, and probably the lowest time was the senior year, going 5-7, man. We come up sophomore and the junior year, we 9-3, 8-4, battling for SEC championship. Never did get one, but we was in the mix a few of those years. But that next year we were excited. Heck, man, go and getting the chance to, win those bowl games and then do 5-7. Did it, and so that was probably the lowest time as far as from a team perspective, man.
Yeah, build character though. Do you feel like, and I guess this is an easy answer, but do you feel like with Cedric being at Carolina, that helped your decision to go there? Because you have Florida State knocking on your door too.
Yeah. Ultimately, I felt like it because it was like the right mix. Because of course, I love Coach Strong and how those guys recruited me, Coach Kosh.
Really strong.
And even though Coach Kosh wasn't going to be my coach, it was that's the beauty of recruiting. And then just the familiarity, it just it was just the perfect of everything, And then I drank the Kool-Aid too with Coach Holtz, and the vision of what he was kind of laying out. that's the thing. I mean, you don't really know how, to Ted's point, you don't know how that stuff is going to be beneficial to you as far as like, I mean, I just wish I took more notes, you know what I'm saying? Because Lou Holtz was, I mean, I took a whole bunch away from it, but man, there's so much I think, you know, you forget day in and day out of the meeting. You know, what was that Tuesday in March like when Lou Holtz was talking to us about, you know, my junior year. I just wish I just had a lot of that stuff because I mean, that dude just gave us so much wisdom.
Oh yeah.
On top of wisdom.
Oh man.
It was that's always my biggest thing is I wish I just took more notes or had somebody recording it or something because there was just so much so many jewels, man. But to Seth's point, that's also the great thing now is that, you know, what I remember in context and different things, you know, when we get back together and kind of relive our Al Bundy days, everybody has a story and you'd be like, man, you don't remember when, and you'd be like, oh, like, yeah. And that's kind of like the hidden gold, the hidden treasure that just continues to just show itself all the time for sure.
Yeah. And it's crazy. I was looking up Lou Holtz. I think, and I could be wrong. He started coaching in like '69 or something.
North Carolina State.
William and Mary.
I thought it was like William and Mary, and then North Carolina, then like South Carolina. I was about to laugh when you was telling your story. It said about, you know, when you got the job at TSU and then your coach got fired. You know, Lou tell that story all the time. When he came to Carolina, because he came to Carolina before, got hired in the off season, and then they fired the coach that hired him. And you know, Lou Holtz's whole story is like, I read it in the paper, and I looked at my wife and wondered, I wonder if that's my coach they're talking about. It's like, man, Abel won. I think it was my man who went to LSU eventually. But like, so yeah, Lou's been around the board, man. But also that support staff and other coaches that he had, phenomenal. That's one thing I learned from Coach Holtz is the ability to hire the right people around you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Charlie Strong,
right people around you.
Big guy, I'm sure. Said, am I wrong? Did Lou Holtz go to your wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right.
Came to my wedding, man. We got married in 2012, man, and I sent all my invites out, man, and all the he was, man, almost like a father figure, man. He was somebody who, you know, like I said, he brought us together, man. You know, emphasized discipline, man. And I said, you know what, man, this man. I told my wife, I said, man, this man played an intricate part in my development as a man. So I think it's important at least invite him. So I think, you know, probably send a gift, right? Send a gift. And then have his assistant, Andy just send a gift, man. But you know, he sent back the invitation, and I looked at my wife, you know, and I said, he's coming. She looked at me, she's like, wow. And he showed up, man, and man, it was
amazing, man.
You know, to see him, man. It really was.
That says a lot. Did you get married in Charlotte, or where'd you get married at?
I got married in Charleston, man. I got married in my hometown, you know, and that's where she wanted to get married at. And we went down there, man. We had a reception and everything at the Charleston place. It was a good turnout, man. All my buddies, man. And man, it was crazy, man. Because you know that time when you eat your food right there when the couple you eating your food and everybody's coming up to you, giving you hugs and all that. Heck, man, we wasn't even able to eat our food.
Yeah. You don't eat.
We end up going. Yeah, we end up. It's funny because our food, like, we end up going. Let's check this out. We end up going to right in the Hardee's right down